So there's a question that every cubers, especially new cubers or want to experiment, ask is what method should I learn? What will best suit me? There's a thing to bear in mind is the type of the method, because there's a lot. The most known type is the LBL, where you make a quest and you build a layer, the first layer or the first two layers with some variants. There's block building methods like Betfair, or you build a first block in this layer, like Rooks. There's orientation first methods like ZZ, chisel the weight, human chisel the weight, and others. There's corner first methods. There's layer first methods such as belt methods. There's edge first, obviously. And there's so these are the main. So generally, what method you choose on each type. So if you choose, for example, the LBL type, you will first have the beginner's method, where you should normally come from. After you have the advanced layer by layer that you can see tutorials on my channel. There's more advanced layer by layer like Friedrich, Acacia, FOP, F2LL methods like WV, VH, ZB, MGLS, SV, and others. So, what to consider is, so first you need to know how to build a class. Then after, and also up here, or so up here like this. So there's X-cross methods. I mean, kind of methods between LBL and block building methods. Like the Snyder method will build the X-cross instead of just a simple cross. And also there's the triangle of Francisco, kind of. So if you like to build by layers and pairs, by 2 cubes at a time, then the Friedrich will be the one you should learn if you like to if you don't like to learn wouldn't learn full OL, which stands for orientation of the last layer, and you would like to know how to influence it and just make the OL as you want it to be, then definitely F2 methods. To start, it's better to start with Wi-Fi, but if you want to be closer to Friedrich and be able to escape or allow 1 chance out of 8, because there's 8 EPL cases for every F2L, then learn Wi-Fi, some of or SV, so winter variation or summer variation. You can also learn two phases, F12, like MGLS. There's obviously quite long methods like the RLS, so Rory last lot, especially the CB method, which is the most algorithmic method ever existed, that ever existed. And I know a few cases of it. In my opinion, you should start by VH, so Van der Waals hours, then go to VV or SV or other methods, maybe MGLS. So for the bulk building methods, that's the most one of the number one type of method recommended for FMC, so fewest moves challenge, because you build a block and it's not like many moves to build a layer. I suppose. So if you let's say if you want to go to CFOP and you would like to do FMC, forget about CFOP. So the block building method, it's obviously build a block at 2x2, then connect 2x2x1 to it to after the F12 like Hayes method, which is the most intuitive of all time. After you will add 1x2x3 block. Like this, and then you build another one if that will be works, or like this, and or you build a 2x2x1 block, then you extend it, then you rent the stuff and solve it. That will be better. So if you want to build blocks and be good at block building, it's also for Megamics, where you could apply LBL and block building methods, and this will work great. So after there's the edge first method. So there's not a lot of popular edge first methods. I think has its subjects. There's only two. The one popular, so the traditional edge first. There's the begin. There's variations than LBL where you build the cross, then you solve the 4 edges of the layer, then you solve the remaining 4, then there's another one where you solve 2 here, and you solve the 3 here, and then the 3 here, and you solve the rest, or something like that. Like if you use block building, will be a method, the method by just worrying about the edges. Or you could do like I do, which build across, solve the 4 edges, and when you have the last one, you orient the last 4 at the same time, and so. And that will be like a F12, which just turn into an edge first method. And this is not recommended for speed solving. It could be for BLD, but You will need to know the effects of each cases. So there's the other one is the corner first. So it's more popular. There's the waterman. It's human. I forgot the name. And computer method that solved the corners first. I myself created my own first method, mixing block building and blind solving method. That I'll explain on other videos. So you just need to build to solve the corners. If you use the old method, I think board that Edna Rubik himself brought into the old, also the first corners, then the edges, then solve the edges, you want the corners, and that could be useful for BLD. As of the edge first method is not recommended for speed solving. I'm saying this, but I'm gonna try to put my own method into speed solving and try it. The next type is the layer first. So either you build a full layer for either the first layer directly, like one of my own methods, MLPP, where you just orient the faces, then solve this layer, then on the last, then PBL. We'll see this the belt method and the variation where you solve all these, the E layer what is called belt, and you solve the rest of the corner first, or the layer first, or whatever. So that would be good if you want to improve yourself, or to be good at separation, for example. So the next one is the orientation first. But obviously I don't think there's permutation first methods that exist or yet. For the permutation, the orientation first, you have methods like the ZZ, which is actually this one, where you orient under an arrow line, and for the rest using those layers. And that's good to avoid awkward moves like F. And also to be able to go into the last layer pretty quickly. So because you have less F2 cases, so no misoriented edges case. Second, the cross will be already built, so if you know corner F2ML methods that orient the corners, it will be the good places, and so you won't worry about the edge orientations. That's also I'm not an expert, but I think it's also recommended for FMC. So that's all I need to know. If you have questions on that type of method, my recommendation, what I use and why, and all sorts of things, just ask me on the comment. I will try to answer. Bye.